Well, happy Monday. It's the start of a brand new week, and I'm super excited, as Trenton is as well. Why do you do that every single time?
Well,
he just cannot handle it. If I put it up here, he has to move it.
Well, it wasn't centered.
I'm going to do him. Next time you put it up, I'm going to move it a little bit.
Well, it's not going to bother me now. Unless you uncenter it, then it's going to drive me nuts.
Hey, listen, I'm not too happy with Trent right now. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
I didn't know that.
Unfortunately, I'm not. I wasn't even going to buy this, to tell you the truth.
What?
And he said, because I was going to Harry's today. This is prior to the video on Monday. But he says, make sure you pick it up. We got to review it. And I'm like, seriously?
Dude.
Traveler whiskey? Foolproof, though. It's foolproof.
That's the only thing that got me.
I never put myself above anything. Don't think I'm doing that. I was just it was just the first release that came out. There's a big buzz because it came from Buffalo Trace, you know.
Oh yeah.
And you had the singer or whoever it was,
Chris Stapleton. Yep.
And the whole buzz, and everybody was running to get one, and it was just okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it was just okay. It was like whatever, you know. But I will say, this is not. We paid $35 for this. Online it says $40.
Right. So
we paid $35. So you can't beat the price. I will say that.
That changes the conversation a little bit. Just in terms of the foolproofness, I still do not, to this day, understand the marketing behind this. If I understand correctly, Chris Stapleton is practicing sobriety and has been for quite some time, but is involved in a whiskey brand. That, to me,
it's a little odd.
Doesn't make much sense. To each their own, though. But I saw that the full proof was coming out. I saw it was 121 proof. This is blended. The price point made sense to bite the bullet on this one and let you guys know what you think. I listened to Chris Stapleton on the way here.
Just so you can get...
Just so I could get in the zone.
In the right frame of mind, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I don't like country music. And I've never heard Chris Stapleton before, so let's see what we got here. This is... Yeah, 121 proof.
Yeah, 121 proof. It's a blended whiskey. That's all we know. That's probably all you're going to know. It is from Buffalo Trace. So you do have that.
And I feel like the reviews from the Traveler, when we did that review, what was that, a year or two ago?
Probably two.
Did have mixed reviews. There were some people that were big Chris Stapleton fans that were going to go out and buy it and just keep it as a part of a collection. Good for you.
All right.
I'm glad for you. There were some people that tried it that really did enjoy it, especially for the price point. It's hard to beat when you get a blended whiskey of that price point from Buffalo Trace. So the marketing is definitely there. It was okay.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see how the full proof is.
Okay. I have an open mind.
Holy moly, man. Can you candy butterscotch?
I didn't get a whole lot, bro.
No?
You said holy moly, and I'm kind of lost.
I get like candied butterscotch, and that's, I mean, it's very one-noted.
Okay.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, it's kind of like a real deep caramel butterscotch type note. Okay.
But yeah, past that, it's...
I'm searching, though. It'd probably be better if it's in the glass for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Well.
Maybe.
Man, you don't seem too excited to do this review.
I am.
That makes me sad.
I've got an open mind. Of course, you know, if I'm dead wrong, I'll tell you I'm dead wrong. No problem. I've been dead wrong many times.
Hey, cheers to Chris Stapleton.
Thank you, Chris.
I'll say this. Buffalo Trace has given us 3 budget-friendly releases, whether they were good or not. The early times, which I did not see a single good review on. We had the Benchmark Rye, which I thought was okay.
Yep.
And now this, which I think is okay.
Now, I will tell you this. The full proof, the higher proof is accentuating some of those flavors in a greater profile. There's no question about that. My problem with it starts off like, oh, wow, this might be, and then it's just like, gone.
Yeah, dude, I don't know
what
happened.
Like gone with the wind, man. It's just, it gets to the middle of the palate and in the end, and it's like, what just happened? All I got then is burn.
Yeah, it's very ethanol-y. It definitely has that burn all the way through it. I get ethanol is just sitting on my tongue right now, and that's really the finishing profile of this.
Yeah.
So it's not leaving a good, lasting impression on the.
Yeah,
on the
honestly, in the front, I don't really get that butterscotch thing. I get a slight toffee. It's a little bit. Do you find it to be a little bit corn heavy? A little bit, but in a good way.
The corn is nice. I wouldn't say it's the best corn that I've tasted on a whiskey before, but it's there. It's not obtrusive.
Obtrusive? Maybe.
Obtrusive.
But there is a nice little toffee note in there. It's really not that bad. First half of the palate, and the last half is just burn and nothing. That's what it is. Now, let's talk brass tacks. Because the fact of the matter is I'm dissecting and I'm being difficult or hard on a bottle I just paid $35 for.
Right.
You know, and I know there's some good ones. I mean, we can go through them all. There's some good ones in that $30 price point, a little bit under, a little bit over. It doesn't hold a candle to those that we all know what they are. It doesn't. It's not like that. However, if this is your thing, and Chris Stapleton, there's another signature back there too.
Harlan Wheatley is the master distiller of Buffalo Trace.
I couldn't read it.
Master distiller and co-founder. I think he's the co-founder of Traveler, the brand.
Gotcha.
Buffalo Trace.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay. So, I mean, if y'all are into Chris Stapleton and the music and the story means something to you, it's not a bad sip. I just find it a bit boring. That's all.
I would say for me personally, I think if given the choice, I would gravitate more towards the first Traveler. From what I could, the non-foolproof one. From what I can remember, it had a little bit more sweetness going on in it, and the finish on this is kind of what kills it. I think
it's done.
It's just first 20%, really nice. If that carried all the way through to the end, this would be a no-brainer buy for $35.
Sure,
but I don't know what happened.
I would get you there.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
But I don't know what happens there. The on the last stretch there, the last 80%, because it kind of kills the whole sip. I think.
Well, I'll end my little thing by saying there's plenty of $25 to $35 whiskeys that are better than this. Bourbons, ryes, whatever, whiskeys. So for me, it'd be a no buy, but I bought it anyways because Trent asked me to. So, but for me, it wouldn't enamor me. If it was just me going to the grocery store, the liquor store, no. But hey, if it's your thing, let me know. If you think I'm off my rocker and that last birthday kind of did a thing to me.
What do you mean?
And put me over the edge so I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, let me know. Let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts, really.
When this stuff comes out especially from a very established, sought after brand, like Buffalo Trace and any of their sister brands or anything like that, I'm always very curious to see the sentiment, because at the end of the day, it is a $35 bottle. That today, unfortunately, means a lot less than what it did 7 years ago when we started the channel. You were getting like OG Black Top early times. You were getting some really like incredible Wild Turkey 101 8 years for under $20 sometimes, depending on where you're at.
There's some spectacular bourbon out there in whiskey for $30 back in the day.
These days, while I don't think this is bad, I wouldn't go out and seek another one. And I personally struggle to see where this fits in the Buffalo Trace lineup in terms of their other products, because you can get Benchmark Full Proof, 125 proof. Benchmark Full Proof is a great pour.
Yeah, there's a lot of different benchmarks that'd be better than that.
And it's guaranteed. Benchmark isn't blended, so you're getting a higher proof from Buffalo Trace at a lower price point than you are getting with the Traveler that is blended. We don't know where it's coming from.
You can get the regular Buffalo Trace bottle. Yeah, I've been seeing those quite a bit around here lately too, and you still get that for $25, $26, $27. Way better than this.
And Buffalo Trace is never transparent. That's kind of their thing, or Sazerac for that matter. But I've heard rumblings that there's Canadian stuff in here too, but they don't.
That might be that corn note that I'm getting, because I got a pretty good whiff of it in the last nosing that I did on that glass. I got a nice straight up corn thing going on in there.
And they say it's premium, which is interesting, because I would say that their B-Tax are premium. I wouldn't call this premium by any means. But
well,
Anyways,
I hate to completely poo-poo it because it might be somebody's go-to. They might be really excited about it. And if you are, I'm happy for you, honestly. You're the folks that I want to hear in the comments, honestly. And
that corn got heavier.
it did.
Like a lot.
It did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit corny too, with that little slight toffee, and then boom, nothing. How about that?
Yeah. Well, if you bought this or are a fan of the Traveler lineup, please let us know in the comments what you thought of this. I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts, and I think you would be too.
Definitely. All right, guys. That's all I got for today. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.